my lovelies, we're going live any moment. Clear the floor, everyone. Okay, and we are live in 5, 4, 3.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the jungle for this year's I'm a Celeb.
No, Gran, didn't you get the memo?
Memo? What memo?
This one. Owing to budgetary constraints, this year's camp will be situated a little closer to home at Westbury on Trym School.
Okay, well, if you're sure. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Westbury on Trym School, where we will shortly meet our celebrities.
No, Grant.
What now, Bex?
This year, owing to even more budgetary constraints, there won't be any celebrities either.
No celebrities? But it's in the title. So who's going to be in the camp then?
Read the auto cue.
This year, we'll be looking back at the unique set of trials, challenges, and experiences faced by a group of 11-year-olds during their time at primary school. 11-year-olds. Seriously?
11-year-olds, Year 6s, P7s, whatever you want to call them. The past 7 years, 21 grueling terms, all come to an end today. If they ain't enough stars in tonight's show, they'll be released from primary school, free to start the next exciting chapter of their lives at big school.
You're sure about this? 100%? Okay, if you say so. So, let's meet our celebrities.
11-year-old Grant.
Sorry, 11-year-olds. Will they make it out of camp in one piece, or will they crumble in the face of some quite brutal challenges? Well, we're about to find out. Hold on to your hats and your stomachs, because things might get a little messy on. I'm an 11-year-old. Get me out of here!
Welcome to our jungle, where things get pretty wild. School's a little risky, no place for a child. But somehow we survived this roller coaster ride. For 7 years, so give 3 cheers to we all got out alive. It's a jungle, welcome to our jungle. Why don't you come on in? It's a jungle, welcome to our jungle. And let the fun begin. Welcome to our jungle, where things get pretty hot. School's a pressure cooker, one big melting pot. And every now and then, they turn it up to 10. And when this joint's at boiling point, they blow the lid again. It's a jungle, welcome to our jungle. Why don't you come on in? It's a jungle, welcome to our jungle. And let the fun begin. Challenges and trials aplenty kept us on our toes. How we made it through, well, no one knows. Welcome to our jungle, where things get pretty fierce. School's a real adventure, there's laughter and there's tears. But as we walk away, there's one thing left to say. To wait so long, it feels so wrong, if you really want to stay. It's a jungle, welcome to our jungle. Why don't you come on in? It's a jungle, welcome to our jungle. And let the fun begin. Yeah!
Surrounded by all these children, I'm starting to feel a bit old. You know, like that lot. Can you make me look a little younger?
Yeah, right. We're makeup artists, not magicians.
Rude.
Okay, lovelies, we're live in 5, 4, 3. Welcome back. Right, it's our first final look at what's been going on here since our campmate started in Year 6 last September.
Yes, during their final 3 terms here, there's one corner of school that's become a real focal point for our 11-year-olds. A place where they can congregate in between lessons, and sometimes during lessons.
In fact, it's become such a hub of social gathering, they've been forgiven for mistaking it for a nightclub.
What are we talking about? That's right, the special place in any school, the dunny. doesn't kick off again on your side like yesterday.
Me too, Beth. I don't know what it is about the clientele I get in here, but they seem a lot rowdier than the lot you get.
Don't you believe it, Nigel? You want to see what some of my lot get up to in here? Makes your toes curl.
Well, one thing's for certain, your side smells a lot nicer than mine. I tell you, Beth, it gets so fragrant over here sometimes. I'm surprised the paint hasn't peeled off the walls.
That's because my lot don't have the complication of having to hit a target like yours do. The thing about a target, Nigel, is that sometimes you miss it. Know what I mean?
I do, Beth, I do. Right, look lively. Here come the early doors crowd. Have a good session. See you at closing time.
And you are? Hattie, there's my name. Any reason for you being in this queue, Hattie? Mascara. I pinched this from my older sister. I'm not very good at applying it yet because the bathroom mirror at home is too high. The one in here's the perfect height, so I thought I'd get some practice in. Well, you better not use that to write rude messages on the wall. You hear? Go on then. In you go.
James, I thought we banned you.
Oh no, that was all just a misunderstanding. You see, I had a particularly tiring PE lesson. When Daniel Harrison asked me to put his PE trainers away, that I'd borrow. In my exhausted and confused state, I mistook the urinal for his PE bag and put them in there. It was a complete accident.
So we're not going to have any more trouble from you?
Absolutely not. I'm just here to do my hair. Oh, and I've got this. This needs a squeeze. But look my best. I'm in year 6.
In you go then, Hanson, but no funny business.
Maisie and Davy, do either of you ever come in here without the other? You're allowed it on your own, you know. We know. But since we're separated in class, we're always chit-chatting. This is the only time we can have a good gossip. In you go then, girls. You've obviously got a lot to catch up on.
Look, I've told you, if your name's not on the list, you're not coming in.
Oh, come on. I'm waiting for this year 4 kid who's going to give me a fiver for this Harry Kane.
Tell you what, if you give me that Raheem Sterling, we'll say no more about it.
Fine. So can I go in now?
Hold up, this is year 6, Danny, you look a bit young.
But I need to see that boy who just went in. He's got something for me.
Not without proof of age. Sorry, on your way.
Oh, Alana, back again, I see. What's up? Are the Arctic conditions out on the playground too hot for you?
Absolutely, it's freezing out there. Do you know if my usual spot by the heater's free? My hands and feet are like blocks of ice.
Yes, it's free, but the heater's not turned on today.
Not turned on? What do you mean not turned on? How is it not turned on?
Because it's the middle of July. Okay, in you go before you catch your death.
If you could just wait a minute.
It's Cam. There's my name. I'm in kind of a hurry.
Yeah, thanks, Cam. Like I said, if you could just wait a minute. We're really busy this playtime.
It's Lauren, I should be on the list. I'm a regular. A very regular.
Yes, Lauren, just be patient. It's a 1 in 1 out at the minute. We're at maximum capacity.
Please.
Won't be long now.
Any minute.
Too late.
That's time, ladies and gents. On your way back to class.
While I was sitting in the classroom, I felt a rumble down below. I put my hand up, told the teacher, "Hey, miss, I really gotta go." And so she kindly released me, and I was walking on air.
please my life in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back.
Hey, Gran, you're looking a little flushed.
Well, it's a bit stuffy in here.
Has someone been yanking your chain?
No! What are you on about? Oh, I get it. You're making rubbish jokes about the dunny. Okay. Why did the toilet paper roll down the hill?
Why?
To get to the bottom?
Sorry to interrupt. I'm Angela Pilchard, the head teacher. Has anyone offered you a cup of tea? Ooh, are you being filmed? Did I mention I play the title role in the West End play? Well, when I say West End, I mean West End Working Men's Club. In town, I play the drama club's version of the Little Donkey. Yes, I was the Little Donkey. Well, when I say I was the Little Donkey, I was the back half of the Little Donkey, but everyone else was made for the parts.
Anyway, Ah, yes. Now it's time for a live trial. Everyone's favourite, a bush tucker eating trial, which we've called School Dinner Surprise.
The public have been voting and millions have decided that. It's not you. It's not you. It might be you.
The public have decided that the group doing the School Dinner Surprise challenge is you.
Welcome to our 1970s dinner hall. I'm Audrey Allsop, a 1970s dinner lady. Yeah, that's right, dinner lady. And before we get any complaints, that's what we were called back then. On today's menu is a school dinner classic. Liver and onions with mashed potato, peas and gravy. I'll stop those silly noises. Honestly, children today. Now, pay attention. Between you have to eat everything on this plate to each win a star. I'll be checking your mouths to make sure you finished it all. When you're ready, 3, 2, 1, eat.
So children really had to eat this in the olden days?
Had to, they wanted to, they loved it. That's proper, honest food, that is. And that's newfangled foreign rubbish, like what's it called, pizza?
It's pizza, and I'd rather be eating that than this chewy whatever this is.
I told you, it's liver and onion with mashed potato, peas and gravy. Have you tried the mash? Come on, get it down your neck.
Oh, but it's grey and full of lumps.
That's where all the goodness is. The more lumps, the better. Come on then, the rest of you, this plate needs clearing. For dessert, we have a choice of 2 all-time favourites. Firstly, tapioca, which is fondly referred to as frog spawn.
Are you sure this is meant for human consumption? Are you absolutely sure that's your frog spawn from the school project?
Well, I'm not touching it. I don't care if I don't get a star and have to stay here another year. Nor me. I'd rather cut the top of my head off and eat my own brains.
You said there was a choice. What's the other pudding? Spotted dip.
Spotted dick? Really? What's spotted dick?
It's sponge pudding with currant sultanas.
We'll have that one.
A wise choice, but before you tuck in, 1 lump or 2.
What do you mean 1 lump or 2 lumps of what?
Why, custard, of course. Custard back in the day had quite a bit of texture.
You've ruined it. That's proper disgusting.
Well, I suppose you're going to tell us the goodness is in the lumps.
Well, I think it was delicious. Can we start? Please do. 3, 2, 1, eat. Stand back, guys. I've got some covered. Well, that's a clean plate and an empty mouth, and all of the stars have been won.
Congratulations. Here are your stars. But you can't have them just yet. There's just one more thing to do to earn them and get a step closer to getting out of here.
So, if you've stopped gagging, perhaps you'll actually listen a song. If you can get this room rocking, these stars are all yours. You up to the challenge?
You bet! What's that smell? I know I've started feeling rather unwell. Now's the time to stand in line and be the victim of a colouring crime. A sense of doom fills the room as the dinner lady takes a serving spoon and offers me a choice of three things you wouldn't feed your worst enemy. There's liver or the spam with veg from a can. We just haven't got a clue what to choose. And then to finish off, there's 20 gallons of lovely pasta. In that dish, is it fish? Well, whatever, it don't look too delish. The gravy's cold, and 6 months old. It would appear that real toast has been whole. It's semolina tastes like wallpaper paste. And this was a dick was hard as a brick. How could these desserts get any worse? Lovely custard. Here, have a try of the shepherd's pie. What do you mean, where's it been, you cheeky little tyke? Did I hear someone say the mashed potatoes tray? I'm not sure I can eat anymore. But when you think you're done, there's always room for some lumpy custard. Custard, custard, lumpy, 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 lumpy custard.
Will be over soon.
Go easy there. I don't need that much powder to look good.
No, but tea and plastic surgeons would help.
Rude.
Whereas I've been told that I have the perfect face.
Yeah, for a radio.
Even ruder. Okay, lovely. We're live in 5, 4, 3.
Well, wasn't that last challenge awful?
Yes, it was liver.
No, it was a joke. It was awful. Sounds like awful. Get it?
Anyway, it's time for
Sorry to interrupt. You will clap the hall before you leave, won't you? It's how I put MOP Zumba later. And we do want any like to dinner and slipping on offal. Ooh, did I mention that I once had dinner with Simon Cowell? Oh yes. Well, when I say I had dinner with him, we were eating in the same restaurant. He was eating inside, I was eating outside, my face pressed up against the window. He didn't speak to me though. Well, when I say he spoke to me, it was more of a hand gesture.
Right. Now it's time for another look at camp life. On a daily basis, our campmates have to try and avoid the pesky critters that inhabit every nook and cranny.
Yes, these tiny grubby creatures are a constant source of irritation. What are you talking about? You got it. Infants.
And here's the famous naturist, David Hatton Umbrella, to tell us more about these little...
Grant, read the autocue properly. David Hatton Umbrella is a naturalist.
That's what I said.
No, you said naturist. There's a difference between naturist and naturalist. Let me explain.
So here we are in the territory of Infantus horribilis, commonly known as the infant. A terrifying, swarming predator, its hunting zone is the school playground. You join us at morning break, which is prime hunting time. The on-duty teacher and infant's preferred prey has just emerged and must try to cross the playground whilst avoiding attack. Okay, I only need to survive 15 minutes. It's not that long if I keep my wits about me. Then again, they brought down Miss Farndon within 5 seconds of her coming through the door for yesterday's playtime duty. As the teacher timidly waits, her scent has already been picked up by 2 looking infants. As with many species, it's the females that do the hunting.
I smell instant coffee. I smell digestive biscuits.
In classic pincer formation, the hunters close in on their prey.
So far, so good. I might actually get to the end of playtime in one piece.
But today is not her lucky day. With skill and precision, the infants pounce on the unfortunate teacher.
Hello, Mrs. Cheetah.
Rose, I really wish you wouldn't do that. You nearly gave me a heart attack.
Can we hold your hands and walk around the playground with you for the whole of playtime?
Okay then, if you really want to. Oh, for pity's sake, why are your hands so sticky?
In another part of the playground, we find a male, his mobility impeded by the fact that he has his shoes on the wrong feet. In his weakened position, he is confronted by another male, challenging his status as the dominant.
What are you doing, James?
Just having a snack. After feeding, the competition for alpha status intensifies.
James?
Yes, Billy.
What's your best pet?
I've got a guinea pig. I have 2 dogs and a tortoise.
Yeah, I have 2 dogs and 19 cats.
I have a panda, a real one.
Yeah, me too. And a tiger.
I did have a tiger too, but I got eaten by my dinosaur. My dad's a real life dinosaur catcher and he got me one for Christmas.
Oh, right. James, what's the highest you can do a wee?
What do you mean?
Or when you do a wee, what's the highest you can make it go? I can do on this side.
Oh right, I can do a wee this high.
Yeah, well, I can do on this side.
Yeah, but I can do on this side.
Yeah, I can do on this side, and I'll prove it to you. Come on.
As the males head behind the PE shed to continue their contest. As the males head behind the PE shed to continue their contest for alpha status, the females have still not managed to wear down their prey.
Yes, I know he's handsome, but no, I'm not going to marry Mr. Banks. We're just colleagues, and anyway, I'm already married. Now, please, will you let go of my hands and go and play somewhere else?
Mummy's married too, but she says she'll marry Mr. Banks if he asked her. What about Mr. Patterson? Would you marry him? I think he'd marry you.
Girls, please, enough.
Finally subdued, the female's job is done. The males return to the pack. Neither has managed to assert his dominance over the other, so the contest will continue at lunchtime play by seeing who can eat the most worms from the raised beds in the Key Stage 1 garden. In the meantime, they will be expected to explain the differences between subordination and coordination in the joining of clauses in a complex sentence. Until next.
Definitely.
Okay, both of you have teeth like stars.
Bright, shiny, and a vision of perfection.
No, they're yellow and far apart.
Rude.
Okay, and we like 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. Now it's time for another live trial in which our contestants must face another one of their fears. This trial is called There, a grammar challenge with a twist.
The public have been voting their millions and have decided that it's not you. It's not you. It might be you.
The public have decided that the group doing the There challenge is you.
So, to win stars in this challenge, you must demonstrate that you have grasped the simple rules and regulations and the correct use of grammar.
Well, actually, when we say you must demonstrate, that's not entirely true. For this trial, we thought you'd like to see someone else taking all of the risk. So if you have a parent, grandparent, carer, or any other reluctant guest in tonight's audience, go get them.
Tell us your name and who this is.
I'm Noah, this is Miss Batterson.
Well, lovely to meet you both. So, I will reveal some sentences which contain gaps. You must read them aloud, saying there in each gap. Obviously, it could be there or there, but they all sound the same, so it doesn't matter.
What does matter is that Miss Batterson sticks the correct word in the correct gap. There are 5 seconds to do this from when you finish reading. If after those 5 seconds, when the klaxon sounds, all cards are correctly in place, you win a star.
If, however, any cards have not been placed correctly, or you run out of time, we'll find out exactly what's in those buckets beneath your chairs. Are we ready? Here are your cards. Your 5 seconds will begin once Noah has read the sentence. Ready?
Look at those 2 entrants over there. They're both fixed with their noses.
Go.
Okay.
Okay, so that's how you've done.
Oh.
You might want to pull the tracks. They're not going to pull the string.
Right.
I'm afraid that's wrong. It should be like this. Now, let's discover the contents of that bucket under your chair, shall we?
Look at my shorts are.
So, moving swiftly along, tell us your name and who's with you.
My name's Zachary and this is Miss Gill.
This should be fun. This is a literature trial, and we've seen the letters you sent in school. It's like they were written by a 5-year-old.
Okay, here are your cards. You have 5 seconds to place them into this sentence once Zachary has read the sentence aloud. Ready?
What is it about teachers? They're very untidy. Is there any chance they'll ever clear up the mess on their desk?
Go.
There was 2 in there.
4, 3,
Go, 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 go,
2.
go, 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 go.
Okay, sit back down and we'll see how you go.
It is upside down.
Congratulations, you have earned your child a star, which
Don't trust me.
granted Bex will give to him after the trial.
Okay, tell us your name and who's with you.
I'm Maddie Yeller and this is Miss Setter.
Seriously? This is who you chose for the trial. We've seen your social media posts. Ever thought about turning on the spell checker function?
Okay, here are your cards. You know the drill by now. Ready?
Yeah. Is there anything more annoying than when a grown-up asks for help with their phone or tablet? Sometimes they're just not cut out for the modern world.
Go.
Gosh! Look at the top!
Oh no!
She missed one entirely.
I'm afraid that's wrong. It should be like that. Now let's discover the contents of that bucket, shall we?
It's in my share.
So, who do we have up next? Tell us your name and who this is.
My name's Anya, and this is Mr. Banks.
Didn't you sign a recent permission slip with an X? This bodes well. Not.
Okay, you know the drill by now. So, for the last time in this challenge, ready?
One of the most common mistakes people make when writing is using there, or there incorrectly.
Go.
Oh.
Okay, sit back down and we'll see how you've done.
You've got to choose these. Like,
Oh dear, I'm afraid that's wrong. It should be.
Of course.
Right down. Now, there's still a chance for the rest of the stars to be wrong. You'll notice there is one bucket and a certain chair. If the adults sit in the chair, allow that bucket to be emptied over the heads. The stars are yours. Adults, what do you say?
Yeah.
As teachers we believe, for children to achieve, they must rely on rules and regulations. These instructions we make clear, everybody must adhere to simple use of rules and regulations. The I should go before the E, except not to C. We really need no further explanation. And with such lessons they receive, they list and not receive, and all because of rules and regulations.
oh, this is making my head spin.
Never mind. Literacy can cause anxiety. We're trying to follow rules and regulations. Teachers getting quite a huff if we haven't learned enough, in spite of all these rules and regulations. We see some children make confused which there they have to use, but really there's no need for consternation. Well, it's there and really there of course will be there. We solve it all with rules and regulations.
All this is making my head spin.
Never mind.
Well, I've been in this school for 7 years and haven't learned a thing, in spite of all these rules and regulations. Me and Fermions ain't fronted, and I know that it sounds dumb, but I always thought a colon was located at your...
Yes, that's quite enough of that. When your primary school years are over, my dears, remember all our proclamations, and you'll be a success. Never fail to impress because of rules and regulations. Yeah!
Welcome back. Now it's time.
Sorry to interrupt. We're not expecting a fire drill today, so if you do hear the alarm, get yourselves out of here. See what I did there? By the way, did I mention that I used to dance the Dusty Bustle?
Really? At the Royal Ballet School?
No! At Miss Twinkletoo's Tap for Toddlers. Well, when I say
dance with her. There was a photo of her up on the wall.
Anyway, as I was saying, it's time for another live trial, which is very aptly called Cringe.
Yes, and this involves something that fills all 11-year-olds with dread. Worse than school dinners, worse than critters, worse than literacy lessons.
It's the devastating humiliation of being embarrassed in public by their parents. Something we can all relate to, eh?
The public have been voting and 9 million have decided that. It's not you. It's not you. It might be you.
The public have decided that the group doing the cringe challenge is
You!
Welcome to Cringe, a challenge which aims to find the breaking point of an 11-year-old.
At the hands of their parents, how much humiliation can a child stand before they crack a nut of the face or so embarrassing?
My name is Stephanie Bland, and this is my husband Graham. We have learned through experience that humiliating our preteen children can be avoided with a little attention to detail.
As you see from non-offensive clothing and neutral haircuts, we minimise any potential embarrassment that our appearance may cause.
We also tend to keep our opinions on things like modern music to ourselves. We don't comment on current trends and certainly do not try and follow them.
We've learned not to engage with our child too closely in front of their friends in case we say something too middle-aged. In fact, we've learned not to engage with our child full stop. We find it helps.
And over the next few minutes, we hope that this trial will highlight the pitfalls that all of you need to avoid in order to achieve calmness and serenity in your relationships with your sons and daughters.
So, without further ado, let's meet our first 11-year-old. Tell us your name and something you find cringe. Oh, just to point out to old viewers, cringe is now no longer used as a verb. Young people use it as an adjective. For example, Dad, your twin is proper cringe. You see?
My name's Theo, and something that's well cringe is my mum drops me off at school because I swear she still thinks I'm in year 1.
Well, let's see this in action. If you, Theo, can get through the next minute without saying the phrase "you're so embarrassing," you'll win a star. So come and stand here. Give us a thumbs up if you're ready. Okay, bring on the parents.
Oh, my darling boo-boo. I hope you had the most wonderful day at school. Remember, I love you so much and will miss you when we're apart.
Oh no, look at that child's face. I think he's going to crack.
Mum, seriously?
Now, I put your dinner money in an envelope with a little note saying I love you in your coat pocket, along with a little pack of tissues for your poorly runny nose.
Oh, Zip, you can't be far off.
And don't worry, I'll keep waving to your safety tears doesn't inside. Run along now, boo-boo, and boo-boo just won't good.
You're so embarrassing.
She's done it. She's defeated the trial. Congratulations, Mum.
So, let's meet our next victim. Sorry, I mean 11-year-old. Tell us your name and something you find cringe.
My name's Seth, and sometimes when I'm out with my friends, I bump into my dad, and he's wearing totally inappropriate clothes and trying to talk like he's from the streets.
Well, let's take a look. Remember, if you can last a minute without saying the phrase, "God, you're so embarrassing," you'll win a star. But I've got to be honest, I don't fancy your chances. So come and stand here. So thumbs up if you're ready. Okay, bring on the parent.
What's up, my G? What one? Fancy bumping into you in this hood?
Oh my days, Dad, an accountant, what are you doing?
Oh no, signs of an early crumble from the child. Can he last?
Just chilling, enjoying the vibe, feeling peng.
Peg, really?
It could be over.
Don't get vexed, bruv. Let me flash my dollar and buy you and your posse a box of wings. In there!
You're so embarrassing!
And he's done it. Congratulations, Dad. Fantastic effort. Another child bites the dust.
That's 2 down, 2 to go, and still no stars won. Okay, tell us your name and something you find cringe.
My name's Amelia, and it's my mum when she comes to watch me on sports day. It's just one thing after another.
Well, let's see if you can stomach it today. You can actually stay sitting down for this one. But give us a thumbs up if you're ready. Okay, bring on the parent.
Hi, I'm Felicity. Okay, for a picture up here. It's the best spot to get a photo of my daughter winning her race, which, of course, she will. I've got the new iPhone 13 Pro. See, it takes great action shots.
Mum, please.
Oh, there you are, darling. Good luck. She won't need that. She's a natural athlete, like me. I wouldn't be surprised if she's selected for the next Olympics. Although, she should be warming up. The sack race is very demanding on the legs. Darling, you need to warm up.
Go away.
Speaking of warm-ups, I need to get ready for Mum's race. Got the brand new Nike Air Maxes. Not that I need them.
I could win this race and run it to boots. In fact, I did last year. I left the other mums for dust in a pair of old hunters.
I reckon that should just about do it. You're so embarrassing.
And there we have it. Trial down. Well done, Mum.
So, let's see if we can make it a clean sweep. Tell us your name and something that's cringe.
I'm Stan, and my dad's always saying stuff I listen to is rubbish compared to stuff he used to listen to back in the 90s. When he drives me to school, he has the CDs playing out so everyone can hear.
Well, let's experience this firsthand, shall we? And see if it's as bad as you make out. Come and stand here. Give us a thumbs up if you're ready. Okay, bring on the final pairing.
Look, all I'm saying is that storybook or whatever it's called isn't proper music, and that K-pop stuff, what's that all about? In my day,
Here we go.
we had a real band like Oasis, even the Spice Girls that I absolutely never listened to. Well, they had something about them, especially like Ginger Spice. You know what I mean, eh? Because these just don't have a clue.
Nancy, I'm with them on this one. I rather think you may have a point.
Well, it's just personal taste, I guess. But he doesn't have to have it out loud in the cars. Everyone open window, his head nodding at shift about from Wonderwall. Or even it is a Wonderwall. It's just nonsense.
Nonsense, tell me what's nonsense about this. Because baby, you're gonna be the one that saves me. After all, you're my Wonderwall.
Oh, wait for it.
You're so embarrassing.
You know, for a minute there, I thought we'd lost that one. But you clawed it back with epic dance singing. Well done.
So, we need to present stars to the winning contestants, but there aren't any.
Yes. It seems that our parents are just too embarrassing. What shall we do?
Well, we really want these stars to be going because we really want our 11-year-olds to be out here at some point. So, how about we do what we've already done? They can come back and get to things chatting with the
Careful. You sound like embarrassing parent backs.
Apologies. If they can entertain us with some splendid singing, then I reckon they can have these stars. Do you agree?
Yeah! Going out, wearing that. Well, don't expect me to stand next to you.
And I'll tell that joke again. You've told it like 1,000 times already. But my friends, you're so embarrassing.
It's cringe. The things that they do. Are your parents embarrassing you? We know just what you're going through. Because our parents embarrass us too. Listen, I've got an issue. How do they wipe your face with a tissue? And stand outside the gates and try to kiss you. Waving and shouting that they'll miss you. Oh my days, it's cringe. The things that they do. Are your parents embarrassing you? We know just what you're going through. Because our parents embarrass us too. What they say. Well, the minds are fine. On the starting line. The parents racing now, the time to shine. But look at mum. There's always one. Doing their stretches, looking at night, keep on. It's cringe. The things that they do. Are your parents embarrassing you? We know just what you're going through. Because our parents embarrass us too. You see my dad thinks that he's so cool. The CD player is on the way to school. And the window's down. The problem is, all the tunes he plays from 1996. Ah, it's cringe. The things that they do. Are your parents embarrassing you? We know just what you're going through. Because our parents embarrass us too. If you're listening, hear this thread from cringing children everywhere. Show some mercy, won't you spare us from our suffering? It's cringe, the things that they do. Are your parents
I've just signed up for a photo shoot as fitness models.
Fitness models, what, you two? Really?
Yes. It's not so hard to believe.
Oh, right, did they host the before pictures?
Rude.
Okay, we're into our final section. I'll be live in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. So we're very near the end.
Sorry to interrupt. It's just that Mr. Amos is getting a bit cranky because he wants to lock up the school. Any idea how long you'll be?
Just saying the last section is pillaged. No, we'll be finished locking.
And you're checking. A Roman prince is going to make onto the final edit. I do think your viewers will appreciate what I have to offer. By the way, I also sing. In fact, my partner tells me I'm becoming more like Susan Boyle every day. I dreamed a dream in time gone by.
Anyway, as I was saying, we're coming to the end of our show and it's time for reviewers' fun favourite, Letters from Home. Let's find out just how much our campmates, friends and families have been missing them since...
No, Bran, I stole us from home in bowls this year. You changed it.
Changed it? How?
You'll see.
A letter from home in a primary school setting is defined in the following way. A poorly written excuse for a child's absence, lateness, or failure to attend homework, which may have come from a parent, but in reality is likely to have been written by a child with a forged parent signature. We were selected to share with you today all examples of letters we received this year. Here's a pretty standard one to start off with, which my colleague will read out.
Dear, spelled D-E-E-R, Mrs. Chapman, I apologise, what does apologise mean, for Jack's, no apostrophe, late arrival at school. All the tyres were punctured, on a car, and we weren't able to find the keys. Yours faithfully, should be sincerely, Jack Braithwaite. A couple of suspicious lines there. However, the grammar, punctuation and spelling errors aren't what we'd expect from parents at the school, so we're on the fence about whether this one is genuine.
Dear Mr. Evans, Gemma hasn't got a homework sheet because the cockapoo is sick all over it. I'll do it again and bring it in tomorrow. Sorry, Steve Howard. So firstly, this is a variation on my dog ate my homework letter, which was common 30 years ago. This may be an indication it was written by an adult. However, I'll do it again as afraid it immediately raises suspicion. Either the child has written this letter, or it's an admission that the parent is doing the child's homework for them. Either way, she's in trouble.
Now, sometimes letters are perfectly written in terms of grammar, punctuation, and spelling, and certainly do have a sophisticated adult tone. However, there is usually one glaring giveaway that it's from a child. See if you can spot it in this one. Dear Miss Hilton, I hereby inform you that Zach Davis will not be in school tomorrow as he has an all-day consultation with the dermatologist to assess an outbreak of eczema. We anticipate he will be back in attendance the following day and will, of course, catch up on any work he has missed. Signed, wait for it, my mum. A rookie error which is exposed its obvious inexperience in forging letters from home.
This next one is a classic, or may or may not be genuinely written by a parent, but it's the content itself we take issue with. Dear Mrs. Cooper, I'm sorry that Daisy was not at school yesterday for the important maths test, but Daisy was attending the funeral of our beloved family tortoise Mabel, who passed away suddenly. Like the rest of our family, she is still very upset and would rather not talk about it. Yours sorrowfully, Diane Morrison, parent. Now, obviously, with such a delicate subject, I thought a sensitive reply was required, so I wrote back, Dear Mrs. Morrison, I'm so sorry for your family's loss, and I understand that Daisy must be very upset, especially as this is not the first time your beloved tortoise Mabel has passed away. Indeed, we were sorry when you told us that she had first passed away last October, and then again in March, both times coinciding with the maths test which Daisy was due to take. With sincere condolences, Mrs. Cooper, teacher.
So you see, it's very difficult to pull the wool over our eyes, and it's not often we get taken in with such blatant lies, especially in all years of experience. So parents, if you or your child is going to send a letter explaining absences or missing homework, please, for everyone's sake, just be honest, like this.
Dear Miss Evans, I apologise for Harry's late arrival on Monday. Basically, we thought the clocks were going back on Sunday, not forward. Nevertheless, the note from so-and-so would still be late, seeing as it took me an hour to wake him up due to the online Xbox session he and his mates had until 3:30 a.m. In light of this, you might also want to check the reasons that Isaac, Jamie, and Daniel gave for their lateness the same morning. Now,
About the missing homework, all I can say is that I, my husband, our complete extended family and network of friends have never heard of a fronted adverbial and wouldn't know what to do with one even if we had. And from the explanation Harry tried to give us, neither does he, so we let him play out instead. Yours sincerely, Amy Anderson, his mum.
And you can't argue with that. A letter from home must be treated with caution, as the contents therein might not always be as they appear. And stories were told have a way for distortion, and we must disentangle the splinter that's from the sincere. Jimmy is late, 'cause the contacts are few. We can't find the keys and the tires are bouncing again. Feeling so hard to school, and she had to walk for an hour and a half in the rain. A letter from home must be viewed with suspicion, and the basic instruction be taken when reading each side. In this very submission, is already the reason your home was the biggest of time. So to it up, but we ran out of paper. Our computer crashed, making all of our letters disappear. With our pet alligator, our elderly daughter says back for the third time this year. Oh, we see it moving forward. We know just what we're looking for. And his handwriting looks like it came from a child of 4. Just hear the truth, give an honest confession. You haven't provided for this morning the arithmetic test. All you had a was your PlayStation session. And home well past midnight and you thought you fancied a rest. I wish you believed that being our guest. Busted.
Home bring us to the end of our show. What a final year it's been for our leavers. So many challenges overcome and experiences, well, experienced in their time at primary school.
Has it been enough to prepare them for the next chapter of their lives? And have they earned enough stars to run a relaxing summer holiday and think it's a big school? Everybody hold up your stars and let's count them.
Sorry, can I just butt in here? Why break the habit? Can I suggest we forget about stars? I just want to say the achievements in this wonderful group of young people cannot be measured in stars or grades or numbers on a spreadsheet. We don't need any of those to show how we have blossomed and grown over the past few years. We also know anything that grows needs to be nourished. So, to all the adults in home and at school, we'd like to say a big thank you. This journey would have been impossible without your love, care, and support. Let's give them all 3 cheers. Hip hip. Hooray! Hip hip. Hooray! Hip hip. Hooray! Now, about that song I like to say.
Yes. So for the after show party, shall we? We really do need to wrap things up here. Everybody, what a night it's been.
But it's come to an end, so to all of you watching and all of you here on the benches, there's really only one thing left to say, and that is...
I'm 11-year-olds! Get me out of here!